You lovely people of God, this is the man. But today, I invite you to Gospel 101. Charlie, today is the day the Lord has made. I think we are reading Psalm 138, verse 7. And I read, though I walk in the midst of trouble, you will revive me. You will stretch out your hand against the wrath of my enemies, and your right hand will save me. So whatever you are going through, God will save you. Say a prayer to God. Don't cry. Don't worry too much. Say a prayer to God. He will deliver you. Amen. Today I'm seated with one superstar in the gospel industry. See? And this interview, I've booked like 88 years. Today is the day the Lord has made. So it's like anytime I sit with the superstars, I'm happy. See, on Gospel 101, what I do is that I bring the gospel artists to you. Those very people that you soak their songs are being blessings to you. You listen to the song and you are blessed. You don't know what they go through to bring that songs to you. So on Gospel 101, I sit with them, enter into their lives. Then they tell you what they go through. In that case, then you appreciate them more. They get it. And I'll bet that more. You support them more. Yes, so today I'm seated with Rose Adjei.
Yeah.
See, this woman, she's always smiling. I met her at an event where she was not treated well, where she was supposed to sit. The ushers were going. This woman was still smiling. She was smiling. See, wherever you see her, she will come to an event. She's even dancing. She'll be even dancing into the auditorium. She supports everybody. And Carl has a song, and she came. I was like, hey, this woman, she came to support Carl. So she's a big woman. I spoke to Ophelia. I'm not saying Ophelia, and she was like, Rose Adjei, the support she gave her, drove all the way to Bree to come and shoot video. God bless you.
Amen.
Keep smiling.
Amen.
Looks like they're 60 years.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is OS Studio. Our studio is very small, but
and beautiful.
God bless you.
God bless you too for having me.
All right. We're going to start with true or false.
Okay.
See, my team, so we try our best to find information about whoever we talk to.
Okay.
So we will ask you that if it's true is false, then I'll tell them that the informations are false.
Okay.
Okay, so we know you are married to a man of God.
True.
His name is Rex Adjei.
True.
Okay, and also we know you lived in Liberia.
True.
During the war, you were in Liberia.
I was born there,
You were
so
born
it's
there.
true. Yes.
True. Okay, and you know you've done a lot of features.
Yes,
A lot of
please.
features. Nicholas Amande Champon, Oniba Clement,
True.
the Thompson,
True.
Esther PC.
True.
Okay. Oh, so clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. These are some of the
Information you've
informations
gathered.
we gathered
Okay.
about Rose Adjei. If we are true, then my guys, today you didn't shame me. Okay, so now when we say Rose Adjei or we mention the name Rose Adjei, what makes you Rose Adjei? Is it some attributes or your personality, Rose Adjei? We want to know what makes you Rose Adjei.
Okay. My full name is Rose Ashley Adjei, but in the music industry, it's Rose Adjei. Rose Adjei is a friendly, lovely person who is down to earth. Rose Adjei is a person who loves to do the things of God, and she loves singing and dancing.
Okay, so that's why I saw a video of you with which song? The one with is it
Nimre.
Nimre.
Yes.
No, there was a video. Wait, there was a hip hop before.
I think that is Madan City.
That's it. There was a hip hop version of the song
Sure.
before.
It's the intro.
Giving some moves. Okay, you love dancing. Okay, So, can you take us to the background, childhood? Because people want to appreciate you more.
Okay.
And you know, growing up, what you went through. Are you that be kind of person? So, yeah, the people that life has taught you a lot of things. I want to know.
Well, I was born and lived in Liberia for almost 16 years. My parents are Ghanaians. My dad is a Ghan. My mom is a Fanti.
Okay.
And I started schooling in Liberia for a while. But my dad always told us that a time will come you have to go back to your roots. So normally we come during vacations to visit family.
Okay.
So I think somewhere around the 87, 88, my brothers that were like my elder brothers, there are 3 guys before me and 2 others behind me. So they took the lead and came to Ghana. So most of the times during vacations we come, or sometimes they will come. So I was then a young girl. My dad was a keyboardist because he's late. Yeah, so most of the times when he's going to rehearsals, he takes me along. I think that's where my love for music grew. And he was always with me because I was always smiling, a happy child every time I'm with my dad. You see people, oh, we love your daughter and all that. So he always wanted to take me along anytime he was going for events. He left my mom at home, not even at church events, any gathering. He took me.
Are you the only girl?
No, I'm the first girl, but the 4th born. There was a girl just after me. Yes. So I went to school for a while, and finally, the war broke up in Liberia. So we had to come to Ghana, but we had to stay for a while. So in 1990, we came to Ghana. We spent about a year. Then we went back. So finally in 96, we had to come back to
96.
1996.
Ken, no born yet.
1996, I finally came to Ghana. So I went back to school at Tatus JHS at Bubuashi. I went to school, I completed JHS. I had to sit to wait for my results. So I had to go to ICR Computer Institute for almost a year. You know those times when you complete, it's about 9 months or something. Then after that, I really loved music. I was going to school. Anytime I talk to my dad about music, he's like, go to school. Okay. Well, so
did you, at the point in time, looking at the way you are beautifully, did you ever thought of trying secular?
A lot of people told me that. I had 1 or 2 pastor friends who even told me to do secular music. Because when I came from Ghana, when I came from Liberia, I couldn't speak the tree well. Even though my mom was a Fanti, or my mom is a Fanti, we speak Fanti at home. But my tree was bad. So I was always doing English songs. So when it comes to the secular songs, I could sing those songs very well. So anytime I even had to minister in church those times, I was only given English songs. So everybody were like,
but most of the songs are in tree.
Yes, it's amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing. But I have a lot of English songs on my album, but people haven't realized that.
Because, see, the one that broke out was the tree one. And they loved it. Ghanaians, they don't like change.
You see the thing.
One man back on there.
That's what they accept. So eventually, my love for God and the things that God did for me during the war, because there were a lot of things that I saw. So I was like, why did God keep me alive?
Let's go to that. I want to see some of the things like you saw.
I saw dead bodies all over the place. I saw people crying for help because they were either hit by a bullet or something. That was even my first time during the war that I saw intestines of a human being coming out at a very young age. So those were the things that scared me. And when I came back to Ghana alive, I asked myself so many questions. Why did God keep me alive? Is it anything that I did for him? No, by then I've not even given my life to Christ. So I saw that no, if God has given me such an amazing gift, why don't I use it to worship him and praise him? And through my songs, I can testify of the goodness of God. So anytime you listen to my song, it's like, it's testimonial. It's like thanksgiving. All of my songs has a message that talks about the goodness of God. So that was how come the Nyamiye came into the picture.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Now I do you water. I send me to me a free mo. Wash a matadi for fra. What Benjamin see your boat and so. Oyonya mi batampe. Oyami koko kwe. Wakumi kuma mami. Wakamasa mami. Biare ni wa ni say. Me try you bena. Me ka sembeka. Efantra mama no. Oyami wa ipyo. Oyami he we all. Oyami we na adoye woda. Oyami we. Oyami we na adoye woda.
8 years ago, right? Or more.
Yes.
8 years ago. I think we're dancing choreography with this song. So.
You see the thing.
My blue.
Minka 8 is 10 years,
10 years
that the song was released. I released this song in 2013.
2013.
And look, I near the time the song actually came. Now my cry to what? Yes.
Wow. Okay. This song really blessed us because we were the dancing type.
That's right.
What
is that?
So we're dancing with the song. Okay, so at what point in time you decided to say, no, I'm not going to listen to anybody. I'm going to do gospel?
I had it in mind. The moment I landed in Ghana, I decided that if there was any song that I would do, it's gospel. When I came to Ghana, I joined, we used to call it the End Time Power Ministries, which is now the Glorious Word. Prophet Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempah's church. That's where I was, and I was in the choir.
Wow.
So amazingly, sometimes when I'm leading, you have people pass by the church. Some of them will come and stand by the door to watch me sing before they go. So I realized there was something inside of me. And I believe that God doesn't give us a gift because of us or because of our family members, but He gave us a gift because of the world. So I decided, no, let me come out with a song at least to prove to God that I'm grateful for the life He's given me and to also testify of the goodness of God. I finally went to the studio in 2006, thinking that, oh, the moment I'm done with my song, I'm going to get a producer. Oh, my dear. I had to cry. I had to wait. I had to pray because things were not working the way I really wanted them to. I asked myself so many questions. Why don't I do the secular? Because one thing that a lot of people didn't know, I was a backing vocalist in a studio. When I supported a pastor friend. He's passed. That was somewhere in 2005.
Okay.
So when I did the backing, the guy at the studio is now a pastor, Pastor Winanoy. He said, Rose, I will be inviting you over to come and do backups for people. So I wouldn't say it with pride, but I can tell you there are a lot of people whose songs I've backed. Some of them I don't even know.
I don't know some of the songs.
If I tell you I can remember, I'll be lying to you because it was like a job that I was doing. The moment the people come, he just called me. There is a song here, somewhere in French, somewhere in Aigbe. I was just doing
learn and sing.
Learn and sing. I take my money and I go. I met up with people like Nana Little. Na Kwale. I did a song that was is it in Ziman song or something. I worked with Reggie Zippy. I worked with Obomofo. Wow. I worked with Ochiami Kumikum. A lot of people. He's even passed. Exclusive. Yes, a lot of people. Later, after I went from that studio, there is a guy called Sugartone.
Yeah.
He also called me to do a song. He's alive. Sugartone is alive.
Because lady was sick.
He wasn't sick. Something happened. I think he was drunk or something, but he's not sick. Okay. He's not dead. I don't know about that yet. Okay. So he also took me to his place. I met a lot of musicians. Wow. I was just coming to the studio. I do my back end. I take my money and I go. I didn't even know. Yes, I didn't even know. Yeah. So you see, but the passion and the love for God was on a different level altogether. Despite all these things I did, I knew that no, there was something inside of me, but I had to prove it to the word that this is what God has given me. So I have to serve God with it. That was my motive. So despite the fact things weren't going the way I really wanted it, I knew that a time will come. Adjei's music will be all over the world. And finally.
Okay, so at this point, at this point that we are yet to release the video for
Nimre.
Nimre. No? Have you ever sat back, watched back, and it's like, no, I've regretted doing this?
I'm human. You have regrets. But one thing I can tell myself and anybody who is watching me, that's where I have gotten to. There's no turning back.
I have decided.
Where I've gotten through to where I've gone, like the things I've been
Is
through.
it because you are married to a man of God now?
No, it doesn't really matter that I'm married to a man of God. That's the reason why I've decided to just focus my mind to do the things of God. As I said earlier, I have been through a lot. I'm that type of person who don't like to complain that much. So sometimes when you see me smile all the time, they feel like, oh, Adjei doesn't have any problem. But the most important thing is that I always say this. Some of us, or those who have gone through real pain, it's very difficult for you to even see them complaining or even crying. I'm not saying that those who go through pain and cry like are faking it or something. No. One breath, but it's not all of us that can carry that burden, that pain. You understand? Some people, they go through certain small thing and they cry. Some of us, the things we've gone through have made us stronger. And that's the reason why you don't need to cry, because you look at the people who are looking up to you. The moment you cry, some of them are giving up. So you have to be strong for those people. You understand? So the things I have gone through have strengthened me and has given me that knowledge that no, if I don't give up, there is a place that God will take me, that a day will come that people will testify of the goodness of God through you. Wow. And I look at myself and even look at the kind of music that I do or the songs that I do. I'm happy that I've been able to avail myself to write such songs and people have been blessed. The time is coming, my family, my generation, my children will be proud that, oh, this is my mother, this is my grandmother.
You don't make your children or any of your direct children enter into gospel music?
If they want to. If they want to, yeah.
So I know some people who did gospel because of the toughness of the industry. This industry
it is stressful, but you know, maybe since God has given us that power to pave that way, I'm sure that maybe if any of my child wants to do music, it's not going to be that difficult. Music comes with a lot of difficulties, but if you don't give up, at the end of the day, you enjoy, you know, the fruit of your labor. But it's not everybody who can handle that pain. So if my child wants to do it, all they need is the love and support from me. That's all.
Okay. So, Mommy, after you've entered into the studio, you've recorded your first song. Now you're looking for a producer. Producer in Ba.
It wasn't easy. Some people even insulted me. Yes, it's part of it. There is one funny incident that happened when I was about, I think it was my first album. I went to this producer, and after speaking to him, that time I had released the video for Ijawahara, so it had been shot, but it wasn't out there yet. So I went to this producer and I told him, this is a song that I had. After he listened to the song, I had shot the video. I gave him the video. He said, this song is not a good song at all. It's trash. And even the video is what pisses him off. He doesn't want to
see the video. Is it because of the car?
I don't know. And he was managing a
big brand.
A big brand. Then he was like, you see my artist, you see the kind of songs the person does. You see, no. You see the video the person is doing.
If you mention the name, you will know the manager, the person.
Oh, no. And I was like, wow. So the moment I left the person's office, I came back home. On my way, I called my husband. I said, so you know that my songs is a trash and you are not telling me. He said, who said it? And I said, so and so said it. He said, oh, forget it. Come and get yourself some fufu and light soup and eat.
Wow.
Just forget about it.
Supportive.
Oh, yes, he is. So I got back home. So I have a pastor friend. I called him. I said, so you people, you're all around me, giving me morale, false morale.
Yes.
He said, oh, who said it? And I mentioned it, and he said, oh, forget.
Oh, I wish I could know the person.
So my pastor friend even told me, oh, so what do we do? How much do you need to even help you to put the song on TV? I said, to put the song on TV is not something small. He said, where do you want to go? I said, I want to go to GTV. By then, GTV was charging 1,500 Ghana cedis for a video for a month.
Oh, wow.
And I went for the money. So the moment I went for the money, I took the money to the office at GTV. You know those times you register, they give you a receipt and everything. So I went on my knees and I told the man, please, anytime there is a little space, please put my song. I beg you in the name of God. I went to my knees and was begging the man. He said, why are you begging me? I said, no, I know this song is a good song. It's going to bless lives. But I don't have anybody, so please. And this man said, okay, I'll do it for you. And they say it's called Float. They put it into. That time, Ghana was about to go for, I think, Cannes 2014 or something. Yeah. And the first match was Ghana and I think USA, or I didn't know what the main team was. After they scored Ghana, the first song, and like everybody, within a week, people started calling the students because you saw the way we did the video. Students were calling, no, we love this video. That was when I met my first producer. Because I had already spoken to him about this song, but there was no money. So he told me there is no money. So the song was with him for about 2.5 years.
And we saw it.
So after he saw the video on TV, he was like, but you came to me to help you. So why did you put the song? I said, no, you said there was no money. Yeah, and this is my life. So
I have to move on.
I had to move on. He said, no, I'm in the States. When I come back, we are going to work.
Wow.
That was how we started. The song was all over the place. Then this same person who told me that the song was a trash sent me a message. I knew you were going to make it. Listen. I knew you were going to make it. I knew this song was going to do it. You were going to. And luckily for you, you have a manager and a producer who also is hardworking. So you are going to get there.
I wish at this point, I wish I know the name of the person. Like the next episode will be gospel. We do our thing like that. Fire.
But you know, these are the things that keeps me going. So even if you ask those who are around me, the word no is like putting petrol in fire. When I come to you for help or I come to you for assistance and you tell me, Rose, you can't do it, or forget about it, I will do it and prove to you that God has given me the strength to do it.
Say it again. Say it again.
You understand? So, no, it's not in my dictionary. No. Unless I say I don't want to do it. So most of the times when I tell my husband, this is what I want to do, or this is what I'm planning to do, he will be like, I started crying though. Yes, because I don't want anybody to tell me, say, you can't do it or stop it. No. If my instinct and now my spirit man tells me, say, Rose, you can do this, whatever voice I hear doesn't even make sense to me anymore.
So I think this is a lesson that everybody watching, you have to take it. See, this thing at this time I'll mention something. No shouldn't be part of our dictionary. OST. Whatever we want to do, we will do it in Jesus' name.
Amen.
You say amen.
Amen.
Okay, so then Wahemiso became a smash hit.
Including the Nyami. Even the Wahemiso all over in Kumasi. I also went to Kumasi, we did a promotion and the song was all over. But one funny thing was that people knew the song, but they didn't know me.
Yes. See, one time, I know this very song. One time you came to UTV.
Yeah.
I think they called you in the midst of.
Yeah.
So I was watching. I watch entertainment shows.
Sure.
Because of the things I want to do. I want to watch everything I learn. So I was watching. So the moment you were trying to minister, I was like, and you raised the song.
Yeah.
And then you will be new. Because you look younger than the song.
So, you see the thing.
That's okay, I'm going to research. So I went to...
You
oh, it's the same person.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 'Cause I didn't know the face.
Yeah.
I knew the song.
That's right.
Wow.
So it's, but you know, sometimes God has a way of introducing each and everybody into the world or into the industry. And that's the reason why sometimes when you see the way God is lifting people and yours is not coming, you get offended. You feel that, oh, because God passed this person through this place, I should pass through. But God doesn't work like that. I sometimes feel that, why is it that God didn't let me to be seen by the song? The most important thing was that the song should bless lives. And it has done it, and it's still doing it. Even though the song is as old as you can think it is, but it's still blessing lives than ever before. That is more important. Because at the end of the day, it is all about Jesus, not about us. And since the song is making impact, with time, people have started getting to know who Rose Adjei is. And I thank God for that process.
Wow. Wow. So then we move on to Nagod.
That's right.
I think this one was in 2020.
Yes. The song was in 2019.
The world, no.
2019.
19.
Yes.
Right.
The latter part of it was when I did the song. So I planned to release it in 2020. That was when the COVID started because I had posted my billboards all over town. Then the COVID came.
I remember.
Yes.
I remember. Because the first day you released the song, I was at Cal.
Mm.
We watched the song together. I was like, okay, this song is cool. But when you released the song, did people tell you that the song looks like a Nigerian?
People said it from the initial state. When I went to the studio, I had my feel of different songs. As I said earlier, it sounds sad. When I came from Liberia, I used to sing the schools. So it had a whole lot of things. Later, even people said, oh, Rose took the song from a Nigerian.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to
it is funny enough, I had never heard about that lady.
Wow.
Judikay.
Yeah.
I had never. So let me tell you how the song came.
Okay. Exclusive.
I was in the bathroom. And normally when I sing wherever I am, kitchen, when I'm bathing, when I'm cooking, whatever I'm doing, washing, I sing. So like, I was in the bathroom, I was like, God, why? Look at everything I've gone through. Finally, things seems to be getting better. Then something bumps in. That was even before the COVID, I wrote the song. So normally when I'm going to the bathroom, I had my phone at the window. Because when the song comes, I press it. So the song just came in my mind with the tone. So this was the tone that came. Then it came to, I see you when you get there. See you when you get there. I don't know where you hear that song. See you when you get there. That one came. Every night in my dream. It's a compilation of songs. So if you go to the studio, you ask the sound engineer, he will tell you how I got my songs.
Listen to your song. Actually, I have to do shishi because then Judikay, where your song is coming from.
So you see, so later, then a son of mine, he's a percussionist. He told me, he said, Mommy, there is this song out there. I want you to add it to your songs when you are about to do your kaha. So I said, who is that? Before that song came to me, I had already released Nagod. That's the truth. I had already released my song at the studio. Even this song, Nimre, I did it last year in November. When we are done, I'll show you the song when I recorded it on my phone because phones don't lie. Sure. When you do the voice recording, it's there, the date. That's how I do my things. The moment I did the song, because the Thompson is one person that I've worked with for so many years, he understands the rhythm. Anytime I give him a song, he doesn't give me a beat. But the man beat how I get the song in my spirit is how I sing the song. So when my son gave me the song, unfortunately, it was on my phone. So I told them, so this is the song I've done. Because normally it came to a time people were complaining, oh, now gospel musicians, someone too broad phone. So let me just switch so that these people will see the other side of Rose Adjei. So when they went to the studio, they said, the song wanted to give you cry, even sounds like him. Say, like, really?
And they said, yes, that was when you opened the song to listen. So they even said my voice sounds like the lady. We have some tone and stuff like that. And then, maybe why this? So later when people were talking, I didn't want to even give attention because most of my songs that I do, I have proof of it on my phone. So yeah, I don't argue. And once it's one spirit that we work with, the same God that spoke to me is to speak to her. So,
so I think, yeah, you're right also. Okay, so at this time, Nimre. But before we talk about Nimre, your events that you normally do, your concerts. I think last year I was there.
Yeah.
It was very powerful. Because one of our babies, Manukia.
Okay. Yeah, she's part of
you. So sometimes when they are doing their projects, we try to pass through
to see how
what is going. So what brought about that concept?
Well, at first it was called the Heart of Gratitude.
Yeah.
Because most of the times when I go to minister at programs, people will call me. God wants you to do something for him. The time is coming. You are going to take care of children. You are going to we see a lot of children around you. And I'm like, hey, children around you, it was being repeated. So one day I said, God, whatever it is you want me to do, just show it to me so that I'll know how to do it. So by then I had a shop. So in the morning I was going to open my shop. There was a lady who was in the area where my mom lived. Because that's where I was living before I got married. She walked straight to me. I see Rose. Now Missy me can't say. Start to say so many times. This is the last time. Now my many jam when she left. Now we'll see who go me at once.
Not even greeting.
One chairman and I miss so many nisa. Many more me personal issue come.
Wow.
So I was like, I did with the ICU, so how do I do this? So I spoke to one of a pastor friend. He said, okay, I think you have to start doing donations to orphanages and whatever you can do to support children. But I also do the same at Kolebu. So I would teach you how you can go about it. You first of all write a letter, you take it to the hospital, you see the big people over there, they will show you what you have to do, tell them when you want to come, make sure before the time is right, you call them, speak to them and everything. And I said, okay. So my very first donation I did was in 2016.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yes, 2016.
It was 16.
2016, yes. Into 2016, I did my first donation. 2017. So 2018, I said, no, I'm a musician. So I can't just do donation and go and sit down. Let me just add something at least to spice it up.
Wow.
And amazingly, I chose April because that was my birth month. So I said, okay, I will just add it. And when people ask me, I'll tell them, no, I'm donating on my birthday. So when I'm done, let me just do something to worship God. Okay. So that was how the Heart of Gratitude concert started. So that started in 2018. But I started a donation in 2016. So what I normally did was that I donate before I do my worship program. So I don't wait after I've done the worship, then the proceeds. No. Because now me say Nyami who say this is what he's giving me throughout the year and I'm grateful. I don't need to wait after the worship. I'm not against those people who do that, but that was how I started mine.
And you don't normally ask for support?
It came, I think somewhere in 2017, that was when sometimes I come on social media if you want to support. But who can cry, sometimes you don't get anything. It's just one or two people who are out there, yes, who will come and support me. So that was how the Heart of Gratitude concert started in 2018. Then went to 2019, 2020, the COVID. So we couldn't do it, the 2021 and 2022 we did it, which was earlier this year. But I realized that there were a lot of people who were using the name Heart of Gratitude. And there were a lot of concerts too. Now maybe that's why it was Heart of Gratitude. So sometimes people get confused. And I Rose, we had a program last week here, and I said, no, your program saying I will be there. So I said, no, let me pray to God to give me another name. So I spoke to my husband. You see, what do you for? And amazingly, name no man means the same as Heart of Gratitude in Hebrew and Greek, which is Kadia Hakarat.
When I was doing promo for this thing, There is cardiac.
So we just did it kahaha for sure. So when you ask kaha, this is how it began.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, then I think the journey is quite inspiring. This is baby.
As I do easy journey. Sometimes you see it long, short like this. Sometimes I tell people in church, when you read the Bible and talk about how Jesus was born, how he died, and how he resurrected, it's like maybe it might be about 2 or 3 chapters. But when you look at the story itself, not to say yes, years upon years, sanity.
You have been a blessing to the people of God. Right. So at this point, Nimre, one of the song I like because of the gospel songs. I made the Nimre. See the timing of God. Because sometimes you go through a lot of things. You might be thinking that is the end of you. Then God changes the atmosphere. So it's like the timing of God, no man
can change it
no
or
man
interfere.
can change it. So Nimre, when I heard the song, I was like,
And I was saying, you dance with passion.
Yeah. Everything that I do, we are vimnishing. Okay, so Nimre, why Nimre? What went into Nimre? Like, what were you going through? Is it a story of somebody or Wankasa?
Nimrela, I had gotten to a point in my ministry because one thing people don't know is that I think I worked with the first record label that was somewhere in 2014, 2015. After my first album, then we went on our separate ways. Then I got another record label who I met 2016, and my song was released in 2017. That was my second album. And just before the year could end, it was in the November like this when my manager traveled. I didn't know anything about it. We had to go to Kumasi on a Thursday. Tuesday, I was cooking in the kitchen when I had a call. And I said, oh, let me finish cooking. So after I finished cooking, I saw a text message. I'm in the UK. And I'll be coming to the US in December. But I don't know when I'm coming back to Accra. And that was a message I had 2 days before Kumasi tour. So you can imagine.
So he left you alone to do it?
I went to Kumasi in the bus all alone. And I was crying. So I was like, after all these years, from that day till now, I have been my own manager. I have been my own producer. I have been my own everything. So sometimes when people see the kind of job that I do, they're like, Charlie, your team is titled. And team.
Wow.
Because as a woman, wanting to penetrate a male-dominated industry is not easy. They might tag you with a lot of things because you want to try to break through. So sometimes I tell myself, God, if you don't help me, and when you say things like that, and God brings something to change everything. So at that point, I was like, so what's next for me? I was ironing. To me, too, it's like, me yes, me chair, me huna, me say me door now. Clock kesiye abebawa take it. And the song was the memory. And I'm the money. And I rushed straight for my phone as I always do. And I'm 2 minutes go so. To me 2 minutes go so, I'm afraid. The Thompson said, Charlie, you ma me you. You beat the mama na send. I want to release this song before December. After December no do ya. I said, Debbie, I'm running soon. I said, hey, my music so bad. I'm so relaxed. So I said, oh, let me wait and release the song before my birthday. When it was in February, he was calling me. I said, no, I'm running soon. So somewhere June, July, I'm running soon.
That's okay.
And I mean, when it comes to me and my son, Esan said, I didn't know it's from above. Me do go on me to I can use sometimes 2-3 days near I am near. Fourth be also and so when he's working with me, most of the time people say, hey, when it comes to your mommy, you don't want to attend to anybody. He concentrates and does whatever we need to do. You're ready. So he was like, when are you bringing our mission? You won't buy a brand new swing. I said, when I was in him, after I was in brand new swing, I'm running now. And I am here and do man. the song was finally released. So if you look at it this time around, this song is one of my songs that you are not seeing me all over the place. People are like, Rose, one time saying no.
That's when I called you.
Yes, I told you, say, because me bomb pie. I have watched my life throughout the 5 years of mini obia mini beye ejuma no. Me hu se me de mahoade. Me de me yansa. Me de ye na metumi aye bia. And where I really want to get, me nya ndu ho ye. Ti me catch nyame this time around say, you should take over. Ti me hu nyame nya obese we ye. And found say people's songs are all over the place. It doesn't move me. At the end of the day, me knew be any competition. I am doing what God wants me to do. Ne nyame kaso ye wo me ndum bebre bi amaye. Waye ogusu ye. Sometimes when they see me, who now ye anyum we. A blessing in life e you. Afi no be no
personality.
So we say ne ede ye nim no in the doors. Me nyum the testimonies bebre aba. So I pray to God say Erade. So we see a woman na odi ye wa de dia. When God does miracles in the life of people and you are talking about it, it's a different thing. If he does that miracle in your life and you are testifying, it's a different ballgame altogether. That feeling is different. The passion in which you talk about it is different. See, Nyame, this time, lady, so we see what the woman and I a wide idea. Na minya butcher na minchwa, with the dark necessary bread, and I rather me jam. Yes, I didn't know can once a year, my bravo. I mean, so many one dancing. When you say, I mean, man. God has done a lot of things for me. So they can. So because for now God like this, as I'm releasing now God require launch. You know, I invited over dozens of people. Come on, man. Into on stage for the very first time in 2020. I cried and I said, God, in the midst of everybody who was gathered, me see Erade, say now be a human they are me to you. I'm a jam Michael and I call backstage. I cried and I go for friend me Rose and that was the year that I won over 18 awards. For that one award alone. I was nominated in 3 music, different award schemes. And I mean, say no. Nyame de kwan ofa so ye na de ya na nipa ye dwen ho a ye nti ase. Inti me hwe process even how to even shoot my video. Sika me be ye kra na ye problem. It was a miracle how I got money to put the songs on TV. It was a miracle. After that launch, Akronfo be ria me nyoma e wo fie, they stole everything. So the only year in the first 2 weeks after I did my launch, no mo samba e checks na nkofo na mame somewhere post-dated checks. Omo ba be fani nyina de coin. So I was left with nothing. I'm say Erade. Me you say my children now who give me now God. My blessing now God. Now God sa na obe na God dem. You know, but sometimes people see us smiling like, oh, where do you how? I don't need to come and stand in front of you and cry. And some of them say, "Mako how be mo ananya me Adjei." But the process through which nyame de me ekono should be a testimony. Say, sometime ago na get we hano, she baby nyame odene eko. And no, and ehu hia. That's the reason why some of us do not come and sit here. And I remember, bro, and I might say, no. And you say it's necessary. Sometimes it is so that you let people know say yesu na nyame ayamaya. Usu awusu nyame bejo. But sometimes there's so money. And yet they say those things you go through it. There are certain testimonies I hear people testify. And baby, and me tonsio, and ye na nyame ye madum sisi adem atomi fie. They be as an African woman who tonsio a wonye boni. They be nka eden na opesa woton. You know, you hear people testify. And I'm a tombanchi, sometimes I'm and some we are Africans. So when you do those things, even our great grandparents were slaves to the whites. And so whatever you go through a process of life, you should go through it. Jesus Christ was born. His ministry was just for 3 years. But within his 30 years on earth. Shamani of fame one sana. Just that 3 years ministry, no,
obeye no hwe nyoma na te say obreye for years. And as a Christian and as a believer, the fact that wafa Yesu Kristo atu hu so say obeye na adwuma, you become the enemy of the devil. Into no beko. Into na Bible say de kone de omo no beko nanso tumi pa de omo ntumi wo. Na nyame be hye ne ho enumonyam na wa ma wabrabo aya danse die. Enti na yenum yedu a enti me no ni mra ni de eye ni mre. Nyame susu be ye ne nyom e wo ni.
Kai ubabo ni miama na me dasa. Bobo my. I have a platform ni obi am my time. Yeah, time. Nimbre. I think bobo na. Unless you want it.
I started you dancing already.
Beat or no beat, you dance. Adjei. Charlie, can I stand?
Eddie. Shega. Hey.
What's my facial expression? Go from cry. Hell yeah. Sakafi na mama wale awon. Boss. Is half na mama awon. Ke enyu mo na be baba. About or the day we will launch
OSTV and
this song.
Sure.
Because I can't be in Yakoba the name real.
Yeah.
Because mommy say from 2020 to this time.
Now she nama wa film. And one of the most painful thing is that at that time no one say na nyame aye silence. As if he said nyame ni ho or hopa or hell. And sometimes he wants to strategize your blessing in a way that people cannot connect it with any man. Sometimes, even in this period, people will leave you. Those you call friends, those you've helped, those you've supported. They will all put you one side. So God will leave you in that corner. No show. Yes. No, CSC wa brabo na o CSC will know you pia even those who hated you will start to say good things about you. Me kai me sofu ba ko bi. Now he wanted to help me. Na me ko studio ka tell me say Rose. Me pese wo tunum. Free wo mo ade nyina. Me pese wo be ma wo voice ayete so obi a. You do hu na to. Se ne be ya wa tanfo kra ti nyum na. Obeka say Rose de no hu ye mehi o nanso ni nyum na di. So when it happens like that, those people who even hated you. Now obi a catch me say me nyum ye trash. Na say chine bi wetu ba catch me say onim say I will make it. Where you're just an evidence to tell you say it's just an evidence to tell you say what God is about to do in your life. People cannot connect it with anybody. I just say nyame. But ni nyina say we be train nimre. Because say nyame mre nyansun ya. We be feel say nyame ni refu. You do things that are beautiful. It doesn't look beautiful to anybody. You can have the most beautiful voice. Your voice doesn't sound as who born you say obia so esi. And those are the things that Emma ya bemobus narade. Ti nyuma nipa tu de kama enti nipa nti umre na nso yentia. So umre so a whatever you do looks attractive. Ade enye fe kra ye fe e wo nipa ni so because umre na so. Yeah.
Amen. Se muntan kwa solente ka ima. My people, these are people gig kwa gig abi and Ishmael. Kelo Lomawa. Okay, so if somebody wants to follow you, Rose Adjei on Facebook.
I'm Rose Adjei on Facebook. My page is Rose Adjei Music. On Instagram is Rose_Ashley_Adjei. Then on YouTube is Rose Adjei. Twitter Rose Adjei 30. Then TikTok Rose Adjei 3. Yeah.
TikTok.
So everywhere you just a Uber for Rosalie, no me did never better so. There are a lot of Rosages, but
Original
Rosalie is
Rosalie. Okay, so I know you've done a lot of collabs.
Yeah.
But are you looking forward to do me?
What God says is what I'll do. Because all my collaborations are not orchestrated by myself. So if it is the will of God,
I will. But till then, my every brain that I'll put.
Okay, so then awards. Please,
As you know, I wasn't nominated. I wasn't.
Okay. So from the awards came from 2019.
It came 2020. 2020 me happy. Last year 2021 I had award.
That was NGMA.
National Gospel was nominated.
But I can't please achievement awards, yeah.
They are nominating.
So the awards came is trying to say that from 2019 to 2022 I and 21.
Maybe not member swim.
I'll be there fire. Because
I believe that the most important thing in life is to do a good job. So I see you to need the I said to know papa. Never share crying. Never man the people use songs that would transform lives. The tongue never dies. So if you do a good song, it will still speak. I always say, sometimes I would do a need to be pasua. Why? Because anything that is being put together by men, anything can happen. But whatever is being put together by God, no man can change the mind of any man. Sometimes people say, oh, now they may be I don't even bother myself with that. Award is important. It adds to your credentials to make people know, oh, say, guys, so you to India, what shows? Yes, but I was supporting a year, so be a better was a genius, not a woman, and I mean, you mess a song. None the idea now, person where you had the money, this is
it also be soon, like a upcoming person use when you say, maybe a name now, maybe our year, maybe a now
cover.
Cover.
Oh, there was a lady called Regina, and so she used Yami or born in a different way. I don't have a problem. Because she said, hey, Rose, you are making impact for people to see your song, fall in love,
and use it. My
song, from years, have been all over Abrojo.
Wow.
People have been playing my songs. They call me, we heard your song, and that I'm not Abrojo corner for artists. Name yeah, that's simple, like as it is today. But at the end of the day, we say, I thank God, say, me no more. I mean, a whole crash said, me over cradda. Because the woman go do it was also there. And no. Yes.
Okay, so you thank mommy for coming. She's the first major actor of the interview or studios. Like people you call them now, war. So I think myself and my team we want to appreciate you for coming.
Okay.
God bless you for.
God bless you too for having me.
People like us, we decided to give us.
Oh, because people like us.
Give us the opportunity to sit down with you, to get to know you more and appreciate your ministry and get things more. We say God bless you and West TV, we are ready to support you in any form. We are okay, we will come. My boys are there on the gig, support you. Say God bless you.
God bless you.
This has been Gospel 101, and I was sitting with Adjei. We had 101 discussions. A lot of things she has said and quite inspiring. So if you just skip the video to this portion, go back and watch and be blessed. See, it's not about watching, it's about being impacted. Say video that we share and probably be free. And some of us we watch a lot of interviews, watch a lot of gospel shows before we play it. So it's like we learned from whatever we're watching. So if you just skip the video, and I know you just did, go back and watch it. God bless you for watching. This has been Gospel 101 with the Shaman. God bless you.